Sometimes life whispers, sometimes it storms, and sometimes it sends you a stranger who shows you the truth you've been running from your whole life. This is the story of a man who believed the world was the problem, until he discovered the storm was living inside him. In the quiet fields of Karnataka lived a man named Raghav. Everyone knew him for one thing: he was always restless. If he had to wait in a line for 1 minute, his foot tapped angrily. If his tea came late, he sighed loud enough for the whole street to hear. If someone talked slowly, his eyebrows tightened in frustration. Raghav believed the world was too slow. He believed people wasted his time. He believed life should move at his speed. But here's the truth he never saw. He wasn't rushing through life, life was rushing through him. And he was losing every peaceful moment along the way. His wife, Anaya, watched him with worry. Every evening she asked him the same question: "Raghav, why do small delays make you so upset?" And every evening he replied, "Because time is precious. People need to be fast." But he never realized something. The more he tried to control life, the more life controlled him. One morning, Raghav was ready to leave for the market, but his sandals were missing. He searched under the bed, behind the door, inside the kitchen, nothing. He shouted, "Who moved my sandals? Why is nothing ever in place?" Anaya calmly said, "They're near the door. You always leave them there." But he didn't listen. He stormed outside and saw the sandals exactly where she said. On his way to the market, a bullock cart moved slowly in front of him. Raghav grew angry. He yelled, "Move faster! I have work." The old man on the cart replied gently, "Son, the road is long. You will reach." But Raghav shook his head and walked past, muttering, "These people never respect time." That night, sitting alone under a dim lantern, he felt something tighten in his chest. Why am I always tired? He didn't know. But life was about to answer. The next morning, Raghav walked to the village bus stop to collect a parcel. Sitting there was an elderly man, wrapped in a saffron shawl, a soft smile, peaceful eyes, a calm presence. His name was Hari Baba, a wandering storyteller. Children gathered around him. Women gave him buttermilk. Men came to ask questions about life. Raghav looked at him and thought, another man with nothing to do. The bus was late, as always. Raghav's irritation grew. He finally burst out, "Why is this bus always late? Nothing is ever on time." Hari Baba looked at him and smiled. "Son, may I ask you something?" Raghav frowned. "What? Do you get angry when the sun rises late?" Raghav blinked. "The sun never rises late." "And do you shout at the river when it flows slowly?" "No, of course not." Hari Baba nodded gently. "Then why do you shout at humans, who are far more complicated than suns and rivers?" Raghav opened his mouth, but nothing came out. The old man continued, "You are angry because you want life to move at your speed. But life has its own rhythm." Hari Baba picked up a small clay pot beside him. "Hold this," he said. Raghav took it. "Now squeeze it as hard as you can." Raghav gripped the pot tightly. After a moment, his fingers began to hurt. Hari Baba asked, "Is the pot hurting you?" "No, my hand is hurting." "Exactly," the old man said. "This pot is your expectation. You are squeezing life too tightly. The pain you feel doesn't come from life. It comes from your grip." He placed the pot on the ground. Life becomes easier when you hold it lightly. Something inside Raghav shifted, like a door finally opening. That evening, Raghav made a decision. "I will not rush today." The first test came instantly. His neighbor, Lakshmi, asked, "Raghav, can you help me carry these books to school?" Normally he'd say, "I'm busy." But today, he paused. He remembered the pot, the pain in his hand. "Okay," he said quietly. "I'll help." They walked slowly together, talking about the school children, the monsoon, the blooming mango trees. For the first time in years, Raghav noticed the birds chirping, the smell of wet soil, the distant laughter of children. When he came home, Anaya looked surprised. "You look calm," she said. Raghav smiled. "I'm trying to hold life lightly." A week later, Raghav stood again at the bus stop. The bus was 25 minutes late. People were complaining. Some left. His old habits tried to return. His heartbeat quickened, irritation rising. At that moment, Hari Baba walked up beside him. "The world is testing you today," he said. Raghav breathed slowly. "I know, and I'm trying." The old man sat down. "Let me tell you something," he said. "When a drum is too tight, it makes noise. When it is too loose, it makes no sound. But when it is balanced, it creates beautiful music. Humans are the same. Too tight brings pain. Too loose brings carelessness. Balance brings peace." Raghav looked down. "I never knew how unbalanced I was." Hari Baba smiled. "Now you do." And knowing is the beginning of wisdom. The bus finally arrived, but for the first time in his life, Raghav didn't care about the delay. He felt peaceful. Months later, people noticed the change. Raghav walked gently. He spoke softly. He listened fully. He helped without rushing. Children came to him for advice. Shopkeepers greeted him warmly. Neighbors smiled when he helped his wife with chores. One afternoon, a young boy asked him, "Uncle, how did you become so calm?" Raghav smiled with kindness. "I stopped squeezing life. I learned to hold it lightly. Sometimes life moves slow. Sometimes people delay you. Sometimes plans fall apart. But your peace should never depend on the world, because the world will never move at your speed. When you loosen your grip, life becomes softer, people become easier, and the heart becomes lighter. So the next time you feel restless, remember the clay pot and whisper to yourself, I will not squeeze life, I will hold it lightly, because the one who walks gently walks far." Thank you for listening. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that bring clarity, warmth, and a little more light to your inner journey.